going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Let me show y'all something. Doesn't she look cute with a hat on?
You're sweet.
Looks very cute. So, if you watched one of our recent videos, we had the Fowlers over, along with their help and the boys' help and our neighbors' help. We processed all of our meat chickens. We're thinking about 35, but we still haven't counted them yet. But today, we let them soak in ice water overnight, and then today we're going to do the brine on them and let them soak at least another day, or possibly even 2 days. And I was going to show y'all what we got here. So we've got lemons. We've got 2 coolers. I guess I should have said that. We got 2 coolers full of chicken, so we're going to split most of this up into each cooler. Lemons, kosher salt, we'll split that half and half. Apple cider vinegar, the same thing. Some lemon juice. And then here we got, what are those things called, babe?
Bay leaves,
the black pepper.
Peppercorns.
Whole black peppercorns. Bay leaf, thyme, garlic powder.
Rosemary.
And rosemary. And they got about the same amount in each one. So one will go into each cooler.
When you're making a brine, what I've learned is it really is, you can't do it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, the most important thing that you're going to want is salt and apple cider vinegar, and it just, that will kind of just neutralize everything really. The salt will add into the brine mixture, which is typical, is what you use when you use a brine. And then lemons, because the lemon will cut the apple cider vinegar. They kind of balance each other out. Any of the spices, I don't think you could go wrong, honestly. Last time we used fresh ingredients, I had what I had in the cabinet and we just use it that way. So I think it's all going to be the same, because we end up seasoning it anyways after it comes out. This is more just to kind of get the meat tender, really, and like, I don't know. Yeah, and also, it causes the moisture in the water to be able to get into the meat better. Yeah. And it does work. And like I said, there's not really, I mean, it's kind of like the last time we did it, we just kind of threw in what we had, kind of looked at some recipes, but it was kind of just what we had. We added buttermilk last time, but since he's been sick, we aren't adding anything that could have like an expired shelf life. Yeah. So. But I think what we got here is going to work. The acid and stuff from the lime and juice of lemons, the salt, all that. You know, the chickens we did, the first chickens we ever did, we did not brine them, and they were not good. Terrible. The ones we did last year, we did brine them like this, and I mean, they were significantly had more moisture in them, so, and some flavor as well on the inside. And then like Chanel was saying, we'll season the outside, and it's a great combination. So we're gonna head out there and put all this stuff in there, and yeah. It's so hot outside. Ice. On, and she just went down. I mean, probably tonight we could put half a bag in there. This stuff smells amazing. Really, really good. Wish y'all could smell it. We're gonna let this brine sit for at least 24 hours, if not 48 hours. And then we'll take them out, we're gonna bag them up and get them in the freezer. We're gonna try to weigh them. I don't know if we're gonna weigh all of them, but we're gonna try to weigh some of the bigger ones. We had some in there that were really, really big roosters. So kind of curious to see how big they are. So, all right, y'all. This is real life. AC's running in the background, and Easton's vacuuming, doing his chores in the other room. But we're about to go out and bag the meat chickens. They've been in the brine for
about 48 hours now. And we actually pulled one out and put on the smoker just a minute ago. I'll show you all that too. But so what we're gonna do is we have water boiling. We ordered these handy dandy bags off of Amazon, where we get everything. And so basically what you do is you put the chicken in the bag, you put like a little zip tie or a tie around it, and it has a little straw you put in there to let air out, and then you lower it down into the boiling water, and that shrinks up the bag, and then you pull the straw out, zip tie it tight, and they are done. And then they'll go into the deep freeze for, you know, right away to cool them back down, and that's where they'll stay until we eat them. So let me go out there and show y'all what we got. So it's loud out here too, as you can tell. Got the water heating up. Chickens are all here. And that's the one on the smoker. It's a big one. So these freezers are full with our pig and other stuff. So we're gonna be putting it in this freezer, which is our taxidermy freezer, but we did clean it out a month or so ago. I'm gonna put some cardboard down the bottom in case any moisture comes out. It'll pick it, you know, it'll get it. But we're gonna get a little assembly line going here. It's July 4th. I wanna knock it out soon so we can get in the pool and enjoy the day. Alright, we are done bagging the birds.
Having a popsicle break.
So we calculated we had 31 birds total that were alive here when we started harvesting them.
Yes.
We had one that had an injury, and so prior to us messing with it, so we had to dispatch it, but the rest are in the freezer. So
because it
or
had
the
an
smoker.
infection in
Yeah.
its chest, and
Yeah.
we weren't even taking a chance on it.
And it was very, very small and not growing. So, but we've got one in the smoker, and the rest are bagged in our freezer. What do you think?
I mean, it's certainly, the last couple days have been a lot of work, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
The harvesting them is, the harvesting part's actually a piece of cake. be honest. It's keeping everything cool after the fact, letting it kind of bleed out and brine, and then the bagging. Maybe if it wasn't 100 degrees in Texas, it would be different, but.
Yeah, the only, and really for us, the only, Skylar. The other option would be to start raising them September and then harvest them in December, which it wouldn't be too cold then, but with our business, we can't do that. So this is the only way to do it. So, I mean, in reality, next year we may even get them a little bit sooner than we did this year.
The problem is we run into we got them in March, and it was still like getting in the teens at night.
Yeah, and
so, you know, honestly, I don't think there's any like ideal times really. Yeah, this seemed to be the best, but we tried to do it and get them and harvest them in June because it'll cool. Not be as hot. Yeah. And the last week before we harvested them, it got up to 109 every day.
And then, like Shanna said, when we first got them, you know, we were battling freezing temperatures. So, but it was worth it.
People are going to ask, is the cost outweigh?
Yeah, and that's what I talked about.
The lemon worth the squeeze.
Yeah. I talked about that on another video, on multiple videos here lately. We don't really keep track of the cost per se.
No.
Probably got more in them than we would if we just went and bought them at the store. And then our time on top of that. But we know what they were fed, we know how they were raised, we know how they were cared for, all that stuff, and you can't put a price on that. And being self-sufficient and knowing if things get bad, we can raise our own meat. Cold front blowing in. Again, we've had several here the last couple of days.
It waited until we burned and sweated during the bagging process. And this is, look at, I feel like I mean, I'm not complaining.
All right, y'all. We'll close it out. Comment below. Have you raised your own animals for food? Quail, rabbits, chickens, pigs, cows, anything like that? Do you plan on doing it? I think even if you lived in town, you could probably raise quail and do it in a way that, you know, where it wouldn't bother people around you, and just be more self-sufficient. So, what else?
That's it.
All right, y'all. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see you again.